Welcome back to Maths with Mrs. J. We've started talking about linear functions, and we've said that linear functions always graph in the form of a straight line. We've also said that straight lines have a constant gradient. Gradient is the steepness or slope of a line, and we measure that by doing the rise over the run. There are two special cases that we talked about in our previous video. One is when you have a horizontal line, and in that case, the gradient will be 0. That makes sense because we've got 0 rise divided by our run, and if you divide 0 by anything other than 0, you get 0. If you have a vertical line, when you're trying to divide by your 0 run, you can't do it. So a vertical line has an undefined gradient. Horizontal and vertical straight lines are special cases when you want to graph them or when you want to recognise them from a graph. For some reason, a lot of students seem to forget these, and I want to just make it very clear that these are important to know. They're not difficult. If you have a horizontal line, so something like, say this, so we've got a line here. If that passes through, say, y equals 3. The equation of that line is y equals 3. Simple as that. So they will have the general format y equals some constant. If you have a vertical line, then really the only way you can think about it, you could work that out from your y equals mx plus c, which we're about to learn in our next video. This one you couldn't work out from that because the m is undefined. But if you think about it, if y equals a constant is a horizontal line, doesn't it make sense that if you have a vertical line, just do that properly, if you have a vertical line going through some x value, say that's x equals 5, that would just have the formula x equals whatever that constant is. All right, let's just have a look at two more. I'm going to draw two graphs and I'm going to get you to work out what they are. So if I'm going to have this line here, what would that line have equation as its equation? Well, it would be y equals something. And in this case, it'll be something negative. It could be something like -2, for example. If I have a vertical line, so I have a vertical line here, well, it's going to have the general format x equals something. And because we're to the left of our y-axis, it'd be something like, I don't know, x is -1 or something like that, depending on the scale. Here's a question for you. What is the equation of the y-axis? The y-axis is a vertical line. What is the x value everywhere on your y-axis? Well, it's x equals 0, isn't it? Similarly, what is the equation of your x-axis? Well, it's a horizontal line. And what's the y value at every point on that x-axis? Yeah, your x-axis is the line y equals 0. So just remember those two special cases because they will come up from time to time. And a lot of people seem to forget them, which is a bit of a shame. In our next video, I'm going to talk about our general equation of a straight line, our y equals mx plus c. So stay around for that one and we'll start doing some graphing.